advertisers and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
Good morning, and welcome to Everything Holistic, the Mind-Body-Spirit Connection. We're coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Madeline, and I'm here with Barb, and today we'll be talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. We're really glad you've joined us today. We're sure you will find today's topic not only interesting, but informative as well. Hello, and welcome to Everything Holistic, the Mind-Body-Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we will be talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. We're here with you every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. We're also streaming live at KFNX1100.com, the radio station website, and on Facebook at Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spiritual Connection, which is our Facebook page. Our shows are also available after they air on our YouTube channel, which is the Place of Spiritual Wisdom. So happy President's Day weekend. If you're listening at home or driving around to all of the President's Day sales, we're really glad that you joined us today. We want to thank everyone who listened to our previous shows and contacted the Place of Spiritual Wisdom for information about available services. The Place of Spiritual Wisdom is a psychic, spiritual, and holistic wellness center located in Sun City, just south of Grand Avenue on 103rd Avenue. We're in the Sun City Professional Building at 12630 North 103rd Avenue, and we're in Suite 244, which is accessible by elevator and stairs. We want to let you know that 2 weeks ago, Roxy Carter, who was on our show, the psychic extraordinaire, was at our center. And we had a meet and greet with her, and she gave readings to attendees, and she was busy all afternoon. Roxy has joined our staff, and she will be available for private sessions as well as readings every Friday afternoon by appointment. Just to let you know what we've got on the schedule at the center, today we have a pendulum class at 1. We have a workshop about living in the present, letting go of the past, healing your inner child, also at 1. And there is a class on meeting your spirit guides, also at 1. Believe it or not, we do have a lot of space to have these classes. The center is closed on Monday. Tuesday is the Course of Miracles discussion group at 10. And at 7 on Tuesday evening is the Full Moon Drumming Circle, which is led by Jay Scheidecker. And he's a certified drumming circle facilitator. So if you want to participate and you don't have an instrument, that's okay. Jay can arrange for you to have one. So just give the center a call and we'll give you the number to access Jay. On Thursday at 10, there is one of the Celtic lore lectures given by Nan O'Neill, who is from Ireland. And we also have an intuitive art workshop. Friday at 10 is our coffee and cosmic conversation. Get together of like-minded individuals who like to discuss spiritual topics. Of course, we have no discussion allowed about politics, religion, or taxes. And we do have our lending library open every Friday now from 1 to 4. We do accept donations of books and media about spiritual, metaphysical, and holistic wellness topics. And if you wanted to come over and see what we have already, you're more than welcome to do so. Next Saturday will be our Coffee Saturday, and we have this once a month for those who can't attend our Friday coffees. So those people can have a chance to get together too. And next Saturday afternoon at 1 will be our color therapy workshop where science and metaphysics come together. The Place of Spiritual Wisdom is a safe place for spiritually minded people to gather, socialize, and network. And our psychics and mediums are also available for private sessions, parties, and large events. If you want more information about our classes and events, please call our office at 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330. You can also go to our website, which is theplaceofspiritualwisdom.com, where our events are also listed on our calendar. Just a reminder that you're listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection with Madeline and Barb on Independent Talk, KFNX 1100. If you want to call into the show today, we do have lines open, 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. We do want to take this time to thank all of our supporters and to tell you that we have extended our show contract for another 13 weeks. So you'll be hearing more about Everything Holistic until the summer, at least. Well, we're starting our show with a new week, and it's time for our weekly words of wisdom.
All righty.
And Barbara, if you get the same cards again.
Are you going to fire me?
Yes.
Oh, you are not. Okay. All right.
And we have to tell you all that there are different cards in this deck.
Oh,
a new one. Okay.
I like this one. When I respect my money respects me.
Oh, that's
All right.
That's serious.
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes we just forget the value of money and
We don't respect it.
No, we just go and blow it wherever. And then we have a problem later on. So that's a good affirmation.
Yeah. And it's one that I've never picked before.
No.
So
that must be a message for us.
yeah, well.
That's a message.
So. When I respect my money respects me. When I disrespect my money disrespects me. You see.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yes.
Yes. And we've all been in that situation.
Yeah.
We won't talk about it, though.
Oh, no.
No.
It's in the past.
It's in the past. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Just learn from it.
Yeah.
Every week we have a featured guest, and our special guest today is Pamelyn Williams. And Barbara, why don't you tell us about Pamelyn?
Well, I'd be delighted. Pamelyn J. Williams is a psychic medium, a priestess, an intuitive, a channeler, a life coach, an entrepreneur, and a retired military veteran who served in Germany and the United States. She lives in North Phoenix with her dog, Dominic. She is the mother of one daughter and the grandmother of 5. Now, Pamelyn grew up in a small town in Kansas, and since she was about 5 years old, she could read other people's energy, but she had no idea that that was what she was doing. There was always a small, still voice with her, one who she would talk to and would talk to her regularly. She eventually found out that his name was Tobias. She grew up in a Baptist church, and she remembers listening to the preacher preach. And while listening to him, the still small voice of Tobias would be telling her a different story right there in church. That's scary. Tobias was a constant in her young life, and she always felt safe. Since childhood, she felt that she was living in 2 worlds, and she was experiencing the spiritual world while trying to fit into the physical world. She always felt she was on the outside looking in. She didn't belong. She felt disconnected, and she always felt there was more to life than what she knew. Now, we're going to come to the end of our segment here really quick, and I'm not going to get it all finished this time around. But when we come back, I'll be telling you the rest of her story.
Yes.
I'll be like, what was his name? Paul Harvey. And then I'll tell you the
rest of the story.
The rest of the story.
Yes, we're going to go to break, so stay with us for more conversation. You guessed it, Everything Holistic, Independent Talk, KFNX 1100.
Good times, good friends, and cold drinks, and that's what it's all about. Arena Sports Grill at 64th Street in Bell has been North Scottsdale's friendliest sports bar since 1998. There is always something going on in Arena. Taco Tuesdays with a pool tournament starting at 7 p.m., Wine Wednesdays, half-off bottle of wine and $11 one-topping pizzas, all-you-can-eat fish fry Fridays, and the best prime rib dinner with all the fixins on Saturdays. It's Arena Sports Grill. Food, sports, games, and fun.
Don't you understand how this works? Socialism is a great system until you run out of other people's money. This is how it works. You need an incentive to get to work every day.
The Savage Nation with Michael Savage, afternoons at 5 p.m. right here on Independent Talk 1100 KFNX.
What is hope? Hope to me was just that he would get to come home. I had no idea how hard it would be once he got back.
I wish she'd stop drinking so much. She thinks it's helping, but it's not.
I act like I don't care if he comes to my games, but I hope he does.
I hoped he'd get help. He told me to stop asking. I didn't. Then one day he asked for a ride.
Hope is knowing there are other families just like yours, that the veterans they love got help and recovered. Go to maketheconnection.net and turn hope into action.
Tune in to Solar Sandy every Monday at 4 p.m., Saturdays at 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m., and Sundays 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6 p.m. on Independent Talk 1100 KFNX. And get all the latest news and information on all of your solar needs.
Hello and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we're talking about, you guessed it, Everything Holistic. We're here with you every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. We want to thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us. And for those of you who have just joined us, our special guest today is Pamelyn Williams, and we will be talking about spirituality. And if you have a question for us, you can call in. We do have open lines, 602-277-5369. Why don't you resume telling us about Pamelyn?
All righty. There's more interesting things to find out about her. In 1989, Pamelyn fell ill with a kidney disease, and she made the decision to learn more about life. During that time, she met a couple who introduced her to the Eastern Stars of the Masons. My grandmother was in that, and that led her to her metaphysical studies and brought her to a place where she was comfortable. She finally felt comfortable at home, and it was called spirituality. She realized that she was a spirit being having human experiences, like many of us, huh? In 1999, both of her kidneys failed. While on dialysis, she realized that if she was going to live a full life, she needed to have more energy and some relief from the exhaustion and discomfort. And after a great deal of research, during and after dialysis, she developed her gem scent bath salt collection, which she calls Spa in a Bath, and helped her both in body and mind. On December 5th, 2005, she received a kidney transplant. As of this month, February 2019, she's celebrating 14 years with her new kidneys, although she continues to live with some chronic pain. All of these experiences and more have helped her to be the person she is today, and she personifies her philosophy of I am. As she says, and I quote, "If I was going to live a fulfilled life, I needed to step into the fullness of who I am. I am here to promote peace, inspiration, love within self, and to be guided from within. Our healings assist us to identify and work through mental and physical blocks. We want and need to realize our highest potentials as we flow through life with ease and grace. With all my love and an open heart, I say, flow like water," unquote. And Flow Like Water is also the name of her business. To learn more about her spiritual work or her gem scent bath salts collection, you can go to her website, which is www.gemscentbathsaltcollection.com, or call her at 480-376-6406. Pamelyn is an inspiration with her courage, strength, and determination. She's also a motivational speaker who will be presenting workshops starting in March at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom. She's a spiritual being living life as an enlightened human being, and we're very excited to have you here today with us.
Thank you so very much. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. We met Pamelyn at a psychic fair where we meet many of our friends, and we were instantly drawn to each other. We're kindred spirits, and she is a wonderful person. She has a great personality, and that's why she's going to be working with us at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom. Now, I have a question for you, and you had mentioned Tobias, your little voice.
Yes.
Is he still around you?
No, he transcended back into a body in 09, in 2009.
He transcended into a body?
Yeah, he took another body.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's helping somebody else.
He's helping himself.
Himself?
To learn more
Oh.
about being a sovereign being and still living in a body and not having to die for it.
Oh, wow.
So, yes.
So he's roaming the streets.
Yes, he is.
But you don't
I
know
think
that
he's
person.
Not at all. I know he's around about 19, 20 now.
Uh-huh.
I know that much.
And is his name, as he wanders around, is it Tobias as well, or has he taken on a
he's
different?
taken on a different name.
Oh, geez. Well, so we'll never know if we run into him or not.
I know. I want to know that too.
That's great. He seemed to be a spirit of much wisdom.
He was, especially for me. Even when growing up, I would talk to him like I'm talking to you. We would have conversations when I wanted to do something and I'm like, oh, I want to try this. And he'll say, but it's not going to work. I said, but can I try it anyway? And he was like, yeah. And so when it don't work out, I just laugh and move on to the next. And that's how I live my life.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know it intellectually.
Did you ever see him?
I had shadows of him.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him.
Okay, so many times people will say, "Oh, well, I'm hearing voices, or I'm seeing shadows," and so of course, if you tell that to the wrong person, they send you over to the psychiatrist. And if you ever go to a psychiatrist, please don't tell them you're hearing voices and seeing things, because is it a spiritual experience or are you really schizophrenic? And the doctors tend to immediately give you some pills.
See, in my community, that was never something that came up. For me, I assumed everybody had it.
Yeah, it was just natural for you, huh?
Yes. I never knew anything else until I was in my 30s talking to people. And they were like, no, we don't. I'm like, really? Wow. I'm like, how could you not? And then I had to think about it. It was so natural for us. I believe he came in with me. And helped me, because I always wanted to help other people. But I would pray for people at night, but I didn't know why. And I'm like a kid. I'm 5, 6, 7 years old.
Did you just mention Tobias to anyone in your family?
No.
So he was
my personal. I never looked at it as my personal. He was just with me. And that's just the way it was. I never questioned it. It was just who he was. And when I'm doing something that is not quite right, per se, and I'll hear his voice, he'll say, you tried that. It could work, because I have a habit of talking to myself all the time. And I always got answers.
From Tobias.
And that's how it always was. And I walk down the street, we talking. And then someone said to me one day,
are you crazy?
Actually, what they said was,
sorry.
It's okay to talk to yourself, long as you don't answer yourself.
Okay.
And as I got older, I realized I was doing both.
Yeah.
Basically, I was channeling him, because I would talk out loud. And the adults around me.
Yeah.
Now you're a psychic. You're a psychic medium. You're an intuitive.
Yes.
You're a channel.
Yes.
How does your family feel about all of your abilities?
My daughter and grandkids are very comfortable with it, because they have them too. Ever since they were a kid. And they were like, who's in the bathroom? I said, did you say hi? They were just passing through. So my grandkids are very comfortable with that world, because ever since they was little, I made sure that they were. But my mom, the older ones, they had a big problem. Because especially if I'm around, because I can tell when they're lying. And sometimes I think out loud. I said, oh, she just lying. And they'd be like, you don't get out of here. And I didn't understand the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I remember when my grandmother, she was very awesome. She would tell me that I had wisdom because I had gray hair in the center of my soft spot.
Oh.
When I was 5 years old. And my sisters would make fun of me because I had those gray hairs.
Really?
And she would say, baby, that's just wisdom. And I had no idea until I got later, realized how awesome that was to tell me that, because that made me very comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
But my mom, she's probably scared of me most of the time. And my aunts.
Yes.
I'm the troublemaker.
Well, no, you're just telling it like it is.
Well, they don't want to know that, though.
Oh, we know. Yes.
Well,
they don't want to. Truth can stand on its own, but they don't want to know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But when they come around me, they have to say that because someone been and said it before. It came out my mouth. I've been and said it, and then a whole can of worms will open up, and now everybody mad at me.
Oh dear.
Do you have any fears?
Most definitely, especially now. It's fear of the unknown. They just don't last long.
I think everybody has those fears.
Yeah, you're gonna have fears. Only difference with us is they just don't last as long.
Right.
You know, where they used to last days or, you know, a few hours. Now they don't last long, and they'll just pass through. And then I just learned to just do it anyway.
Well, yeah.
Well, you learn from experience.
Yeah.
You've been doing that your whole life.
Yes.
We're going to be going to break in a few moments. We definitely want to hear about your gem scent bath salt collection. And I want to make sure that we spell gem scent so it is properly, so people understand it. It is GEMSCENT. It is the scent, the fragrance, and gems. So we really want to get into this.
Yeah, I should have said gem scents.
Gem scent.
Okay.
Yes, and this is how we found Pamelyn, because she was at the fair selling her bath salt collection.
Yep,
and it is very intriguing, and she's going to talk about us when we come back. We've been talking with Pamelyn about spirituality, and we're going to be talking specifically, I'm going to ask you about channeling. Okay. If you want to call into the show, we do have lines open. It's 602-277-5369. And we'll be back in a few moments, so stay tuned. Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection on Independent Talk, KFNX 1100. We shall return.
Arizona's only independent voice. Independent Talk 1100 KFNX. The true voice of Arizona. Independent Talk 1100 KFNX.
Legal challenges are expected after President Trump declared a national emergency to get his border wall built. Correspondent Sarah Westwood reports lawmakers on Capitol Hill have several options.
One of them is to pass a resolution of disapproval, and House Democrats have already said they plan to pursue that. And another is investigate, as House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler, a Democrat, already saying he plans to hold hearings about how this declaration came together.
Authorities say the gunman who killed 5 people at a warehouse in Aurora, Illinois, had just been fired. Aurora Police Chief Kristen Seaman.
According to witness at the scene who was part of that termination meeting, as that he reported for work, and during this meeting he was terminated. And my understanding from the witnesses is that he opened fire right after the termination.
Suspect Gary Martin, who was killed at the scene, was able to buy the weapon because a background check didn't catch a prior felony conviction. I'm Ann Cates.
The next Weather Bug Weather Center for this morning, a mainly clear sky. Sunshine becoming breezy today, the high 62. Partly cloudy with diminishing wind tonight, low 42. Can't rule out the slightest chance for a shower to start the day Sunday. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy, high 58. I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi from the KFNX Weather Bug Weather Center.
Currently, in downtown Phoenix, it's 59 degrees.
Next news in 30 minutes or when it breaks. Here on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Are you longing to be more in touch with your intuitive self? Are you searching for a direction in your spiritual journey? Are you seeking a safe place to gather with people of like minds? At the Place of Spiritual Wisdom in Sun City, we can help you find your path. We offer psychics, mediums, holistic wellness practitioners, classes, and events. For more information, call 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330. Or go to theplaceofspiritualwisdom.com.
Hi, the Charlie Gracie Radio Show is broadcasting live on Mondays at 11 a.m. from Phoenix, Arizona on 1100 a.m. KFNX Independent Talk. And we're streaming live online at the same time. Our show provides you with information from all types of businesses that will be calling in, along with professionals in a variety of different backgrounds. Tune in and join us on Mondays at 11 a.m.
If you missed the Dana Show, you missed this.
First off, no responsible parent brings their kid to a violent riot, especially when you've seen all of these people throw projectiles, etc. Why would you endanger your precious children by bringing them with a violent mob? And people who want asylum, they don't make this desire known by throwing projectiles.
Dana Lash, afternoons at 12 p.m. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
It's a new year. Welcome to the year 2019. And you're always welcome at Camelback Toyota. Drive your dream car out the door. Our January incentives are here to help with the 2019 Camelback Toyota Tacoma, the 2019 Highlander, and the 2019 Camelback Tundra. BC or Crew, these and so much more are on the showroom floor right now. So let's go places. Come on down to Camelback Toyota, just around the corner, 16th Street, Camelback. Look us up on Facebook. Go to camelbacktoyota.com or call 602-264-2841.
Do you want to get the word out about what you do? Join me, Carol Blonder, on Networking Arizona, Tuesdays and Fridays from 3 to 5 p.m. right here on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Networking, it makes a difference.
Last year, the Treasury Department says that there was more millionaires and more billionaires made in the United States than in the entire history of our country put together.
The Fly Mackey Show, every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. right here on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Hello, and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we're talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. We're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. I want to thank you for joining us today. For those who've just tuned in, our special guest today is Pamelyn Williams. We do have open lines, 602-277-5369, if you want to call in. I do want to mention briefly that the music you're hearing on our show was composed and performed by Barb, who is a very gifted musician. And she has recorded some of her music on CDs. So if you're interested, give us a call at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom, and we'll give you more information about getting them. The number there is 623-583-1330. Well, back to Pamelyn. I have a question about channeling. I don't know many people who do that. Channel. Why don't you explain what you do, how you do it, and what results you get?
Channeling go back forever.
Mm-hmm.
There was the old way was when channelers, when entities, say for instance, for me, I'm going to use Raphael.
The angel.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
And they would take over the full body.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't. It's like an energy will come in and I take on the personality of that energy. And that's how, and he will begin to talk. It's my voice, but it's his energy that's coming out, or her energy that's coming out.
Now, do you request someone to come in, or do they just happen to be hanging around? Or
Well, I did a channeling class a couple of years ago in Colorado, and Raphael made a statement that no one wants to channel him.
Oh.
And so
wow.
I said, I would. but I made some stipulations.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, yes, I would. And then last year, was getting some work done, healing work done.
Mhm.
And Mary Magdalene came in and she said, I want to work with you too. I
Ah.
channeled her a little bit during that class that I went to.
Hmm.
And she's awesome as well.
Wonderful.
So those two so far. And then sometime I can do Saint Germain. He'll come in, but he
Uh-huh.
doesn't stay long.
Saint Germain.
Yes.
The person that is the I am, right?
Saint Germain.
What does-
Actually, he's an
something to
angel
do with that.
too.
Yeah, okay.
He's
I
an
know.
angel too. I am is just I am.
Oh, okay.
I am is that part of you that you haven't
Yeah.
discovered yet.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That's who I am is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we all going
Mm-hmm. Okay.
to discover that part
Mm-hmm.
where you can stand in the I am and regardless of what's going on around you.
Yeah. Well, those two words are pretty important words.
They really are.
Mm-hmm.
Because the I am
Mhm.
is the full embodiment of enlightenment, and
Right.
you do not have to die in order to get it anymore.
Ah.
You can have full body enlightenment
Uh-huh.
and still walk the earth now,
Uh-huh.
where Buddha,
Right.
Jesua, all of them
Uh-huh.
died
Mm-hmm.
to get it.
Yeah.
Now we don't have to,
Yeah.
unless you choose to, because you still have free will.
Right. Right.
Yes.
So remember, every time people say, I'm not talking to you personally, I'm talking to the people out there. When you say I am and finish that off with something, you're actually decreeing it, and the universe will follow through and say, oh, she said, I am broke. Oh, okay, let's have her lose her wallet.
Yes.
Things will happen like that.
Yes, it does.
So
Learned the hard way.
yeah, so you always remember to do and say positive things.
Yes.
Yeah.
We forget about that.
Mhm.
We there's so much negativity going on
Mm-hmm.
that we automatically revert to that, and
Mhm.
we need to change our attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Positivity is the way to think, because it brings so much joy and happiness, and
Yeah.
and you manifest. If
Absolutely
you
do.
think about it, it will become.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, energy is here to serve. That's what we have. We don't do much of.
Yeah. So tell us about your gem sense.
When I was on dialysis, it was really hard on my body, and
Oh, yeah.
I knew it had to be. I had to create something that can work for the mind, body, and my soul at
Mhm.
the same time. And so after some research, I got online and I was able to find what I was looking for. I needed the oils that I used are picked according to astrology and then pressed into oils and then infused with that particular stone and we'll say amethyst. And then I created some other salts to mix with. It's like 3 of them. And I put them all together along with the energies of Raphael and myself. You created Gem Scent Bath Salt Collection. This was his gift to me.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And they do smell wonderful.
Yes, they
and I
do.
have 6 different fragrances.
Mhm.
I have amethyst, citrine,
Yeah.
lapis lazuli,
Mhm.
moonstone, rose quartz, and tiger's eye.
Mm-hmm.
Just a reminder that we're listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection with Madeline and Barb on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. If you have a question, we do have open lines, 602-277-5369. So how long have you been working on developing the salts?
I started working on them in early 2003,
Oh,
but
wow.
I was just making them for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started giving them away as gifts. And then when I would be in pain, I'll make some and just give them away. And then 2 years ago, I got to the point, since I'm retired, I was bored,
Okay.
basically. And I got to do something. And I'm like, what is it that I'm supposed to do? And then I heard bath salts. I was like, oh, as a business? So that's our little conversation. And so I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to dive head first.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go all in.
Well, you know what I like is that you've infused the gemstones, which are natural energy forces.
Yes.
And people don't realize that the gemstones are filled with energy. It's taken directly from Mother Earth. And to use that in a bath salt, you're basically soaking yourself in Mother Earth and the gemstones.
Yes, and what you need.
Yes.
Even though we may not know it intellectually, but when you pick a salt, it's where you are at that moment.
Yes.
And it'll help you relax into that space so that you can make clear the choices, whatever your life may be and wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the problem with a lot of people is that we don't take time to relax. You know,
that's true.
Who has time to take a bath?
Yeah, you know,
you don't necessarily have to take a bath.
Okay.
Myself
How else can you
and
use
clients, we put it in foot baths. They have the same effect. Also, put them in little satchels.
Oh, okay.
And put them by your bed or your favorite chair while you're watching television.
Okay.
Because your sense is also, it's like there are many senses to us. We have many senses, and it's one of the major senses that we really don't use. But it can also evolve with that too, as well. With with a smell.
Now, do you do psychic readings for people?
I did, but they kind of evolved over the years because I realized they was just for remembrance. So now it's more about helping people come into their own gifts and accepting who they are, and I guide them to that. I have an overall reading of what I do. At any given moment, it can come out. I never know.
So, and I know that you're a life coach. So basically, you're giving them the coaching, the spiritual aspect, the life aspect, the material aspect, and maybe they'll even go home with your bath salts.
Yes, and because we need to give ourselves that.
Yes,
we never put ourselves first. Or we make decisions based on what we were taught when we were young, and we're afraid. There's so much fear, but you are okay where you are, no matter what it looks like. No matter what's the situation, you are okay.
Well, I like that. I like the fact that you can also put it in a foot bath, because so many, you might have just a shower in your your home. So I never thought of that.
Yes.
So that's an excellent idea.
And like she said, you can package it up in little sachets.
Yeah.
To have around near you.
So you just smell
it.
I would just smell them. Just to see where I am for that moment, for that day.
Right. Stay with us for more conversation about the spirituality. Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Are you longing to be more in touch with your intuitive self? Are you searching for a direction in your spiritual journey? Are you seeking a safe place to gather with people of like minds? At the Place of Spiritual Wisdom in Sun City, we can help you find your path. We offer psychics, mediums, holistic wellness practitioners, classes, and events. For more information, call 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330, or go to theplaceofspiritualwisdom.com.
Arrowhead Grill in Glendale and Preston Steakhouse in North Scottsdale are redefining contemporary dining in the Valley. Join their email club and receive Arizona's only authentic 10-ounce prime Delmonico steak, an American culinary classic, and their famous butter cake for free on your birthday. Enjoy an unparalleled dining experience, whether it's an intimate evening for 2 or a corporate event for 50. Arrowhead Grill and Preston's are locally owned and family operated, serving 3 generations of heritage in every bite. Log on now to arrowheadgrill.com or prestonscottsdale.com to book your reservations, special occasions, or monthly wine tastings. Don't forget to join the email club to receive free steak and cake on your birthday.
Newsflash, never be fat or smoke again. Break any habit or addiction in as few as 3 to 7 days. No withdrawal. Yes, you heard me right. No matter if you're 40 pounds or 140 pounds overweight, smoke 1 pack or 4 packs a day. You will be free. Call our information line at 623-266-1392 for free consultation. Your habit or addictive behaviors now can be a thing of the past. Call Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392. Now you take control of your life instead of being controlled by life. Call now, Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392.
If you're a small business owner, good, sound, objective advice can be critical to your success, but where to find it and at what cost? Hi, I'm Alan Tarr speaking for Greater Phoenix SCORE, the nonprofit volunteer-driven organization dedicated to helping small businesses thrive. There are 3 ways to benefit from SCORE. Each year, we hold over 100 expert workshops at convenient sites around the valley on topics ranging from marketing to finance to operations. Next, you can browse our online resource library at greaterphoenix.score.org. And finally, SCORE's popular free one-to-one mentorship program. Last year, over 2,000 smart business people began SCORE mentor relationships because they know that investing time in their business can pay big dividends now and down the road. To find out more, please visit us at greaterphoenix.score.org. greaterphoenix.score.org. You'll be glad you did.
And the more I looked into it, the more I thought, same old story. You got people trying to break into our country. Okay, don't let them in. Next.
This is the Joe Walsh Show. Nights at 7 p.m. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Listen to Healthy House Call, Arizona's most popular live wellness talk radio show, featuring functional and integrated medicine, right here on Independent Talk, KFNX 1100 AM. Sponsored by Healthy Habit Health Foods. Come visit The Real Deal.
Hello and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we are talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. And we're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. We're really glad you joined us today. We're talking with our special guest, Pamelyn Williams, about spirituality and bath salts. We have phone lines open if you want to give us a call. It's 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. I do want to mention you need to mark your calendar for Saturday, April 6th, when we will be having our West Valley Psychic and Wellness Expo in Sun City at the Sun City Lodge number 72 on 107th Avenue, just north of Union Hills Drive. We're going to be having psychics, mediums for reading, holistic wellness practitioners for sessions, related merchandise for sale, free lectures, goodie bags available to the first 70 attendees. The hours are 9 to 4. Admission is just $5. And we do have a few vendor spots open. So if you are a vendor and want information about participating, please give us a call at the office at 623-583-1330. Getting back to Pamelyn, I love talking with you because you just have so much inspirational words for us. You are going to be having workshops.
Yes.
And I think we need to let our listeners know what they're about so that they can sign up and head on over. And also, I am from hearing you that you include helping them come into their I amness.
That's our end result for everybody. Everybody. That's the end result. That is the, what they call it, gruta.
The what? What
I
was
will
that?
put another word. That is
What was
the end of all. That's why
End
we're
of all.
here. That is why we're here.
Ah.
To come into our I amness. You can choose to leave if you like, or you can stay and play.
Uh-huh.
So tell us about the workshops. What do you do? How many people do you need at a time? Do you do it one-on-one or do you need a group?
I can do one-on-one as well, but I like groups because they're more interactive. And it's about, the first set I'm going to do is about loving yourself, meaning trusting everything about you, the good, the bad, the indifferent, how to know it's okay to be you. You were created for a reason. And it's time. And the ones that are ready to go to that next level, that is the class
Mm-hmm.
that the people that I want to work with that are ready.
I think that people are afraid to be who they really want to be. There's so many restrictions we put on things, and we don't have many free spirits out there who really want to face who they are and then take their part in society.
But more and more are waking up to that, though.
Yes.
And those are the ones, once they get through with all the abuses and the work that all the other light beings have been working with, then they're ready to live, basically. And that's what loving yourself means, to live.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't, it can be scary, but you're ready. So many of us are ready for it, to accept themselves. It don't mean that you cut people off. They're just coming to you in a more loving way.
And we just need to be open to that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, she will be working her workshops at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom in Sun City. It will be on our calendar. She's going to be starting this in March. And I would like to give you a phone number for Pamelyn. So if you have any questions or you want to register for her classes or one-on-one sessions, her phone number is 480-376-6406. That's 480-376-6406. Just a reminder that you're listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection with Madeline and Barb on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Do they need to bring anything to the workshop other than themselves?
They can bring notes if they have questions, because mainly it'll be the overall energy is going to dictate what we talk about. And that's what I'll be reading, the energy of the class.
So if they have any questions or concerns,
they can bring them.
Just write them down.
Write them down, bring them. We can discuss them. Or you can call. You can set up a 101 if you want to get more in depth.
So the workshops are about 2 hours.
Yes, they are 2 hours long.
Right. Well, I can't wait to have you at the center.
I am so excited.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me and
meeting
you ladies.
We have the best of the best at the center.
You do. The energies are awesome.
Yes, we're so proud of that. We have a very high energy level, and people have told us when they walk in, they just feel like they're in a different world. And we want to maintain that because we're a very special place, and you need a place like that to go to.
You do. You do.
And you can come in, and if you want to just sit and read a book in our library or have a cup of coffee, you can certainly do that too. We're there for all of us to be of service. Talk about your experiences as a medium.
My experience as a medium, they have been it varies. So sometime I can, let's give an example. Mary Magdalene. We have a very unfair description of who she was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Actually, she was very sensuous and she was Jesus' wife.
Yes.
And she is the one that want everybody to feel good about their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things too that makes it hard on our bodies too, when we don't acknowledge parts of our bodies or we don't acknowledge certain things about our bodies. And we're taught they're supposed to be this, that, and the third. In actuality, your body's fine. But we have other people telling our bodies it's something else. And that's what we believe to the point that it's detrimental to us. And then you have Raphael, who's the healer, and he works with many different light workers as well, not just me, but he works with quite a few.
Yeah.
To help people heal their bodies and their minds so they can just embrace life and enjoy life, because we're here to learn. it's like a big old school. This earth is like a big old school, and we just here to play and learn.
Yes. People take life too seriously.
It is. And like when we get, if we get to a certain age, if we get a married family, we don't take that time for us. We stop playing. And that's the part of us that's missing.
I think that when you start having the responsibilities of others, the families and children and all, you put yourself on the sideline. But you're still a person. You still have needs. You still need to acknowledge who you are, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other people. So that's you need to recognize who you are, and that you have specific needs, and you need time for yourself. And 5-10 years later, people will say, well, I had my kids. Well, what have you been doing? I've had my kids. And they don't realize that they have a life as well.
They left themselves out.
And this is what you talk about as a life coach, taking time for yourself.
Yes. And incorporate, you'll see a big change.
And you have done so much, and you have had so much happen to you.
Yes.
You are there to share your own experiences.
Yes. It's through my experience that I like to share, because they're not alone.
That's
no matter
right.
how small. Because basically we all connected.
Yes.
And we've had some similar experiences.
Right.
Different names, but similar experiences.
Well, it's hard to believe that our time is almost up.
Oh,
You've been listening. Yeah, I told you.
It's
It just goes so quickly. You've been listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. We've been talking with Pamelyn Williams about spirituality. I want to thank my co-host Barbara and our board operator LJ. And a big thank you to all of you, our listeners, because without you, we wouldn't have a show. We'll be back next Saturday morning, and we're going to be having with us Alicia Sweezer, who is a psychic medium, a pet psychic, and a motivational speaker. Until next week, we wish you magical moments and wondrous blessings. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
Goodbye for now, and please drive safely. You're listening to Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Thanks.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the host